A very heartwarming speech by Sheikh Hasina, a big program that has been organized in Delhi. Now, the program was organized privately. The government has nothing to do with it. But the fact is that Sheikh Hasina is in India, and Bangladesh has been saying that the Sheikh Hasina must be called. But the greater implication, for the first time, Sheikh Hasina has said that this was not an uprising. This was a coup. And let me tell you that when we use the word Gen Z, revolution, Sheikh Hasina, for the first time on record, has said it's a coup. There are people in my panelists who have been saying that, well, we should not be using the word uprising. For example, Rami Niranjan Desai of India Foundation, she joins me, author, distinguished fellow. Salahuddin Shoaib Chaudhary, editor of Blitz, Bangladesh, he also joins me. I'll be also joined by Suhas Chakma, Director Risk and Analysis Group, subsequently Raja Karthikeyan, Takshashila Institute, and other guests as well. Thank you. But let me straight away go to Rami. Rami, I think she has made one point very, very clear. She says that this was not an uprising. There were forces behind these forces who were behind her ouster.
Good evening, Karthikeyan. I hope you can hear me. Karthikeyan, absolutely really determined speech she's given. She's resolute. She wants to go back, and she wants to go back because she thinks that she's been wronged. She believes so, and that's what she made very clear in her speech today, wherein she quoted Yunus. She quoted the fact that, he said there was a strategic mastermind behind this. There are people like me and many others on your panel who also concluded this during the time of the so-called protests. She also said that, there's an underlying agenda of wanting to reset Bangladesh's history. These are some really, really important points that other people have been speculating, but she came out and said this today. And I think that's really consequential, not just to Bangladesh and the future of Bangladesh, but also to the entire neighborhood and regional stability. Because here she is, without any fear, pointing fingers at a hand that has made it possible, like she said, for another corridor to be created towards power through these protests. I think she is frankly feeling that she's wronged, and she's been in Delhi now for 2 years nearly, and I think she's going to give it her all, and possibly go back irrespective of the repercussions. And I think that is also something that she must have calculated, because it's not going to be so easy for any government there to take somebody as formidable as her to task, if I may say so, and not, I don't mean to say this too early, but I think this is a little bit of a power move by her, making her intentions clear. Let's see what is in the future, Karthikeyan, but I really do think this is a bit of a indication of what's to come, and there's lots to come in the future.
Okay, let me straight away go to Dhaka. I'm joined by Shoaib. Shoaib, thank you so much for joining me. Wajib also said before Sheikh Hasina spoke that we will not allow Bangladesh to become another Pakistan. I think that's the word Wajib used. Now, well, easier said than done. Whenever she comes, whether it's August, September, October, December, what has happened today in Bangladesh is for everyone to see. The diktats have been issued for, you are not going to show, telecast, broadcast the speech of Sheikh Hasina. I don't think the second homecoming is going to be a cakewalk for her. And also, age is also not on her side. This is not 1970s and 80s.
Thank you very much. In my opinion, the current government in Dhaka, they are behaving like ostrich. They are burying their head into the sand and thinking the world is not seeing anything. But today, what they have done from yesterday, by almost warning the local media not to cover Sheikh Hasina, actually they made it more prominent. And we need to remember that Yunus and the plotters are the plotters of the 2024 coup. Their agenda was to turn Bangladesh into a terrorist nation like Pakistan. And that was exactly their agenda. And under the constitution of Bangladesh, such attempt will have a death penalty. So today or tomorrow, or maybe after 1 or 2 years, Yunus and his collaborators all will face death penalty because they have betrayed with Bangladesh, they have betrayed with the nation, and they have attempted to destroy my country. And as I have also told you many a times, that people, 180 million people of Bangladesh, they are not with the collaborators of Pakistan. They are not with the conspirators. We want a peaceful Bangladesh. We want a prosperous Bangladesh. And for that reason, as a journalist, as an editor, I'm looking forward that one day, very soon, I will see Yunus and his cronies hanging somewhere in Bangladesh.
Okay. Suhas, your opening comments? Raja Karthikeyan also joins me. Suhas.
I think, when I watched this program, I saw at some point of time over 200,000 people were watching it. So in a way, it shows, the massive interest of the people of Bangladesh. Because the majority who we are watching, they had to be from Bangladesh, irrespective of whether you are from Army League or some of the, goons from the opposite parties who are in power, abusing her, etc. So I think that in a way shows the kind of public interest for her return. I think it's going to be very difficult because it's not, as you said, going to be cakewalk. I think the only positive thing on her side is the whole justice process. She has been sentenced to that by the War Crimes Tribunal of Bangladesh. But that's the final judgment. It has to be something to be challenged before the Supreme Court. So when she goes back, when she is arrested, only at that point of time, she will be formally given the copy of the verdict, then she can file an appeal. So as far as her executions, that threats, they are going to blow away because if you read the judgment itself, they have relied on evidence which cannot actually stand judicial scrutiny. They are like more hearsay than anything, at least with respect to the cases which are decided. But at the same point of time, I think we have to bear in mind the very nature of the politics in Bangladesh. Because we have seen that, the BNP and the Army League, they have never been able to come or play politics where they allow each other. So when the BNP comes to power, they try to block Army League. When the Army League comes to power, they try to block the Army League. So BNP government knows that return of Hasina would actually, in a way, create the same political atmosphere, which is very competitive politics, violence in the streets. And it also means for Bangladesh that this is not the country which can be governed. Because when you have an active opposition, you could not govern. So that's why whenever each party gets power, they always try to ensure the other party doesn't come up. So as I was saying, this is an opportunity lost, opportunity missed. And I think the very banning of the Army League is absolutely illegal. You cannot ban a political party. You can try possibly those who are accused for their individual crimes. But when you ban a political party, you are basically trying to establish one party rule. And I think the best person to challenge that is Hasina herself, because if Hasina doesn't go back, I think Army League cannot fight back. And I do not believe that the Tariq Jia government has the audacity to execute, someone like Sheikh Hasina. Bangladesh is not Pakistan. It's only one country where military doesn't have full control. It's a country where ruling BNP doesn't have full control. So that's what has happened in Pakistan is not going to happen in Bangladesh because Bangladesh is absolutely different. But I think we are going to see very interesting times in Bangladesh. The last point is that Bangladesh is not a country. If I'm an investor, if I'm a big multinational company, I'll be investing in Bangladesh because I could see in the next 4 years running up to the next elections that this country is going to be very unstable. So all the IMF, I'm Standard Poor or, World Bank, all their, predictions can go to, can fly out kind of a thing.
Okay. Raja Karthikeyan is also with me. Your opening comments, sir, and then I'll get into some specific issues.
Sorry, I don't hear the question. Could you repeat?
I'm saying your opening comments, sir, then I'll ask specific questions. Your opening comments on Sheikh Hasina's speech, which she gave. And Wajib had joined them from, I think, London.
Sure. Thank you, Karthikeya. I believe that this was a very significant speech. Bangladesh is in the throes of a very turbulent time right now, and I think the Tariq Rahman government was watching the speech with a lot of caution, because right now Bangladesh doesn't really have a credible opposition. You have Jamatul Islami, and you saw the Jamaat Islami chief already saying that the country should prepare for another revolution. And on the streets across three campuses, you saw that the BNP's Students' Union has clashed with the Islamic Chhatr Shibir, the students' wing of Jamaat Islami. These are not good signs. In fact, ANP would be a much better opposition for BNP in Bangladesh. It would be far more reassuring for India as well to see the Awami National League to be the opposition. Certainly, there will need to be a truth and reconciliation process to have accountability. But to completely shut the Awami League out of national politics, I don't think this is going to bring peace back to Bangladesh. Now, as far as Sheikh Hasina's comments about Bangladesh being a Pakistan on the east side of India, I think it's a bit of playing to Indian fears so that India, puts its might behind her. I don't think we're seeing anywhere close to that of foreign intelligence agencies all making Bangladesh their safe haven. That's not necessarily the case, but certainly it is in Bangladesh's interest to have better relations with India, and the road to that would start with some kind of a reconciliation between the BNP and the Awami League.